is lit.
Yeah, it is right there.
ATR. Addicted to results.
Baby, there he is.
It's your motherfucking boy, Big Ski. I got my little brother up in here today, man. My little god brother up in here, man. Let him know what the movement is, bro. I'm gonna let you let him know. Let him know the movement, bro.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna start off by setting off, you see the ATR, and how the ATR came along is it started off with working out, but it's more than working out. I feel like your grind is, what you put in is what you get out.
So that's your results. Addicted to
here
the
it
results.
is, yeah. So that's exactly.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. Since a C, you know what I mean. You
Yeah, I
got
kinda-
look. We might even go out to the beach or something. Man. The sun's out,
Hell
the gun
yeah.
is out.
There it is. So basically how it started was I've always been, played basketball, football. He knows he always plays sports also, but where I used to fuck up at is I used to work out, a good month and a half, and you don't start seeing the change, so I used to stop.
Yeah,
so that's where I used to fuck up at. But
That's crazy.
what happened, a whole bunch of stuff happened in 2019. It was like stuff back to back. It was people dying, people getting in shootouts, stuff with
These your close people.
Close people. So what was basically going on is it was a whole bunch of stuff happening all at one time. And what I learned is it's like when it's a whole bunch of shit going on at one time, you have to learn how to control your emotions.
Straight up.
So, and what
you'll go react.
Exactly, doing the wrong shit.
A lot of them, not to shut you down, but a lot of times, like my female cousins, like y'all gonna have to stop with the phone calls and he did this, he did that. Check this out. The way our anxiety is set up, you can't call us like that because we coming.
Exactly.
You feel it? And this is exactly what he's saying. We can't end up in bad situations off of your moment. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So be cool. You know what I mean? Tap back into him.
So basically, just situation after situation, you got to learn how to control it. So what I told myself was, I'm going to start working out, 3 times out the week for 6 months. I started doing it. I ain't gonna lie, it was hard. There's days you don't want to work out. There's days I still don't want to work out. Yeah. But with the change start to come when you start looking in the mirror, you start seeing your body change. You have to start getting new clothes. Them clothes start getting big. Yeah. People start complimenting you, and it's not even really off of what people are saying, but it's off of how you feeling, and it's not really just physically. It's more mentally than anything. So what I learned is like everybody grind is different. So I got mine off of doing the workouts, but somebody else can get theirs from hustling. Somebody else can get theirs from going to school. Yeah. Somebody else can get theirs. It's multiple things. So
what he's telling you is your grind is like there's no limit to it. Your grind is like he said, your school. If your grind is your job, you feel what I'm saying? If you gotta go fucking work at McDonald's, that's your grind. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't be up there with a fucked up attitude. You chose to put your name on that application. So run that shit. Your name and your rep is all you got in this life.
Yeah.
So straight up, I'm gonna let you know some shit that I know. If your rep is bad, niggas is gonna go the other way.
Exactly.
Straight up. I'm for sure, I'm not gonna give you the time of the day. If your rep is bad, you like to quit shit you start, cause guess what that's gonna do for me? That's gonna make me look like, man, I need to change my circle. Yeah. Bro, always quitting shit.
Mm-hmm. I never finish.
On me, I don't want my son knowing somebody that always quit.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Cause you'll quit on me and my family.
Exactly.
Straight up. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
So with the workout shit, like, cause me, I don't like with the programming. Now that shit be moving the way it move. Like I only work out at night. That's like, you feel me? Like now, and it'd be cool. Like, is that a good thing to do to work out outside at night?
I'm not gonna lie.
Because you know what I mean? The weather change.
Okay, I would say working out at nighttime to me is actually better.
Okay,
and cool. The reason why I say it's better is because it's also cooler. Mm-hmm. And then at the same time, when you work out at nighttime, you have a shorter percentage of eating bullshit. Because if you work out in the morning, you're gonna be like, damn, what I'm gonna eat? Yeah, you're gonna be like, what I'm gonna eat for lunch? What I'm gonna eat for dinner? So you done fucked around and drove to Tams and got chili cheese.
I was just about to say, I'm at Chico's getting double pepperoni.
On me. So that's what I'm saying. So nighttime is a whole lot better than, you know, working out in the morning, what I say. But everybody, you know, they work schedules is different. So
another question: Do you work out at the crib or you go to the 24-hour club fitness?
I used before the pandemic. Look. Before the pandemic, I was going to 24-hour fitness. I was in there, you know, faithfully. But now, like when the quarantine happened, I bought a whole bunch of shit for the house. I got treadmills because I gotta come through. Yeah, because I still don't feel comfortable going to the gym. You know, shit is sparking back up.
I don't feel comfortable, first of all, because there's so much ass in there, and I'm trying to be a good man.
Hey, but it's motivating though.
It is, but it's not, because it's just like, you feel me? I'm over here trying to get my push-ups in, and then I look up and just see buns.
Hey, you see them buns? It's gonna make you want. Hey, it's gonna make you want to hit about 20 more. On me.
No, man, we gotta stay focused, man. But no, man, I appreciate you coming through though, for real, because you're not only giving knowledge though. You feel me? You inspiring me too to get back on it. You feel me? Because addicted to results, you feel what I'm saying? You gotta go through it. You feel what I'm saying? You can't talk about it. You gotta buzz down. You gotta really do what you do. And then when you see them results,
let me just talk about one more thing.
No, you got a few things to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. We ain't nowhere near done.
Okay.
I got another question though.
Okay, I'm gonna let you.
I got another question. How was it growing up knowing Big Ski?
Hey, a lot of people don't know, man. This nigga is the same. He's exactly the same.
Yes.
Hey, one of the same things that this nigga always dancing. Ever since I met this nigga always dancing.
Bro, I don't know what it is, bro. It's just like when I hear the right drop in a beat or a beat, I'm not about to just stand there and I'm not one of the dudes that just be in the nigga, what? I'm about to fuck it up with you. Fuck that. What Chris Brown say, call your friends so we can fuck it up together. You feel what I'm saying?
But look, he always been a cool nigga, man. The same exact, you know, real down to earth. You know, you always can talk to him. Always got a good sense of humor. Like he always been a cool dude.
I ain't gonna never tell you nothing negative unless that's what we both on.
Yeah.
Unless we just, only way I'm gonna be on some negative shit is if something approached us negative together.
Yeah.
But if you was dolo or you know what I'm saying with somebody else and you hit me, I'm gonna be like, hey bro, what do we gotta do to diffuse this shit? Because one of us gonna end up in jail.
Yeah, something gonna happen.
And they don't really understand who they fooling with. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we be giving a lot of passes more than we go. We be giving a lot of passes more than we go knock on doors because we trying to like elevate. Dudes we got kids now, man.
That's the main thing.
You feel what I'm saying? Remember, your rep is everything. If you want to be fucking 30 years old walking around here pressing people, don't DM us.
Hell, niggas ain't got time for that shit. Look, if niggas is still doing that now, they wasn't doing that shit 10 years ago. And that's some real shit. Because the niggas that was doing that shit 10, 15 years ago, they off that. If you're not just trying to make money and take care of your family now, then I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do. Because all that other shit is a waste of time.
I'm telling you, walk up to me, what up, blood? What up, God? I'm gonna be like, damn, bro, I ain't seen you in so long, and that's how you decide to approach me.
Man, so
I got another question too, as far as like being around, knowing you from Landwood days, like kids though. Like we've been knowing each other like the same size our kids are. Like his son 11. Shout out to your boy, man. Shout out to Lil Fonz. You feel me? You just brought us some water. You feel me? Like Linwood days, bro. Like, what was your go-to? I see you just said Tams though. It was Tams over Chico's?
You know what? To be honest with you, man, I actually, you know what? Chico's is cool to me, but no, Chico's is good, but I can't put it over Tams. I need the chili cheese fries with the grilled onions.
Grilled onions?
Try it.
No.
Try it. That shit is fire. That
You
shit
just
is
threw
fire.
me all the way off. I fuck with
fire.
the fried zucchini
That shit
and they
good.
fucking colossal burger. Oh my goodness, man. Smack.
Yeah.
But Louis Burgers got them on the chili
off,
cheese fry.
off
Easy.
top, off top.
Easy.
I don't like driving over there though. That's
So
that shit crazy over
I
there.
said that
Anything
shit,
happen
what
over
about
there.
souls? Don't be on bullets, but you got one.
For
So,
real.
yeah, man. And but no, on some real life shit though, man. I seen some shit on the Instagram you was talking about, bro, that I didn't even know that you went through, bro. Like, and put me up to speed on that, bro, because that's some serious business.
Okay. This is the main reason why I'm starting all this too. It started off with the workouts and everything, but it actually got a whole lot deeper as I sat down and I had time to think. Basically, try to make a long story short.
No, if it's a long story, make it a long story.
Okay,
It's your story.
let me break
Straight
it.
up.
Let me break it down. A lot of people didn't know that in 2003 I had cancer. I had a tumor in my left arm, as you can still see the scar, a scar up here and a scar back here, and I also had pieces of cancer inside of my lungs. And the way how I found out I had a tumor in my arm and cancer in my lungs was my 10th grade year at Linwood was crazy. Was I wasn't even going to play football.
Damn, that's
that
when
year.
I checked out.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
crazy.
you went to the D, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I had, what's crazy was I wasn't about to play football, but shout out to Coach Mark. He kept hitting me up. He was like, yo, you are, yo, big guy. Yo, big guy. Yup.
You a Sims? Oh, you a Sims?
You already know. He like, you know, Coach Mark was gassed, but he like, yo, big ass need to be on the field. You trying to play baseball? Get your big ass on the field. So you know, he was hyping me up. So to make a long story short, I ended up playing football, and I say like the third or fourth week, it all started. We were at practice. My arm took a little hit. It was a small lump on my arm. So you know, you get banged up when you play football. So you know, I'm still playing. Next week, my arm gets stepped on. So once my arm gets stepped on, my arm blew up probably twice the size it is now.
So this is when you had the lump. And
Yeah.
then it got stepped
Yeah,
on.
it
They
did.
stepped on
Yeah.
the lump too.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that lump started here and then like made my
Erupted.
arm. Yeah,
Erupted.
it blew all the way
Yeah.
up. So
Damn, little bro, I'm sorry you had to go through this shit.
my arm got real big. It got so big to where I couldn't even bend it. Like it'll stop here. So back and forth to the hospital. My parents are trying to get me to get MRIs, CAT scans. But let me tell you guys something about these doctors and hospitals and everything. That's why I'm real big on the health shit now, because it's like we got to start taking care of ourselves before we get to that doctor appointment. Because while I was trying to get CAT scans and MRIs, they kept brushing it off, talking about, oh, it's not that serious. Put ice and heat on it. It's a hematoma, blah, blah, blah. Went back and forth for weeks, you know, doing that. Arm still the same, but I wanted to play football with the homie.
Damn, man.
You
No,
know,
I know, bro. That's why I'm
when your
sitting here
friends are on the
listening.
field, yeah, like
Bro.
when your friends are playing football and shit, and you done been off for 2 weeks, you like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to
I'm ready
play.
to get back going.
Yup. So
Oh man.
yeah, so I ended up playing. I played my last game, and when the game got done, my arm felt like it was just blood being pumped in my arm.
Oh shit.
I go to the hospital. So soon as I get to the hospital, the doctors are like, he's gonna have to go in surgery right now. We're gonna have to cut his arm open. He's gonna have to go in surgery right now. So this when everything started. I go through the first surgery.
And if not, they was just gonna have to take it all the way
Yeah.
off. Huh?
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, that's wild. Go ahead,
So
bro. That's wild.
I go through the first surgery and I come out the surgery, and as I'm out, I wake up, arm looked like cherry pie in the inside. Yeah, it looked like I'm looking at my arm. I'm looking at my arm like, damn, like what did y'all do?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're like, oh, you're gonna have to go through another surgery. And I'm like, why? They like, we don't know why you keep bleeding. So they giving me, so they're giving me blood transfusions, this and that. So I go through about 4 surgeries, and they're clamping all kinds of stuff off in my arm, and they like, we don't understand why he's bleeding. So I leave Bellflower Hospital and I go to Sunset. So as soon as I get to Sunset, they take it a whole lot serious when I go to Sunset for some reason. So they're like, oh, we're gonna give him an MRI. We do the MRI, And that's when they found out, oh, we know why he bleeding. He has a tumor in his arm, and they also ran a test on my chest, and come to find out, I had little pieces of cancer in my lungs. So when you find out that you have cancer, the first thing I thought was, man, I'm about to die.
Yeah, that's what people say.
So I broke down, you know, I'm crying and all of this, and the craziest thought, like, you know, now that I look at it, even back in the situation, you know, the first thing you think is like, man, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
And then another thing, man, I thought about, I was like, man, I'm about to die and I ain't even had no pussy yet.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, I'm only 15 years old. I was like, I got a tumor in my arm and I'm a virgin.
He wanted the rhino.
I need the rhino. That's what I needed, for real though. On me. So I'm thinking about all that shit. Like, first I'm like thinking like, man, how could this happen to me at 15 years old?
Yeah.
You know, I'm only in the 10th grade, blah, blah, blah. So.
And we didn't have nobody around us like that we actually grew up with to see it.
Yeah.
And then determine something off of that. Like, you was actually the first, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I didn't know none of my friends at that time. Like,
That went through.
you would have been the first. If I would have stayed at Linwood, I would have heard about that, and it would have just been nature to the little homie, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's wild, bro. I'm low key Pops moved me over that.
Yeah.
Cause shit, you know you family, but
So-
at the end of the day, like what he's saying though, bro, what I want to put a piggyback onto on that is, if the doctor tell you something, don't think you gonna just flat rate die, because everybody's different, man.
And God always got the last word.
Look how he got transferred to a whole nother hospital, and then light bulb switch. They just, come on, man, like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna say it too to some of you doctors and nurses out there, take y'all shit more serious, man. You don't know who laying up in there on that bed. You don't know who this person is to their family. You feel what I'm saying? This person could be the reason why they lights are staying on.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So help them out just like that's your brother or your sister.
Yeah. So I find out that I have, you know, tumor in my arm and cancer. So they're like, first they're saying that what's my options. First, they talked about just cutting my arm off. But my parents was like, no, we don't want to take his arm, because even if you take his arm, he still has cancer in his lungs. So we like, man, we're going to do the chemotherapy. So as we go through they telling me the side effects for the chemotherapy, you know, one of the main side effects was you can't have kids. That was one of the biggest that was one of the biggest side effects. But you know, you ain't really thinking about that when you're that young. So, you know, we start the chemotherapy, but as soon as I started the chemotherapy, shout out to Miss Graham. That's like my granny. She passed in 2019. She put me on these supplements that I'm still taking to this day. So that's also what I'm doing. But I'm gonna talk about that as soon as we get done. But so I started taking the supplements while I was on the chemotherapy. So while I'm taking the supplements and I'm on the chemotherapy, I end up going to this doctor appointment, and there was this doctor in there. So come to find out, it's me, my mom, and my grandma in there. Come to find out, while we're talking to him, he tells us that he had cancer, but he beat it.
Okay.
When I heard him, it wasn't the fact that he was a doctor.
Yeah.
It was the fact that I was able to talk to somebody who had cancer that beat it.
Hell yeah.
So when he's giving us the rundown on what to do and what not to do, like, I left that appointment feeling a whole lot better.
Hell yeah.
Like I had a chance of beating it.
See, you heard his first thoughts. Man, I'm gonna die. And it take that spark. He met that person who beat it, and now he walked out chest up, feeling I'm gonna beat this shit too.
Feeling a whole lot better.
That's fire as fuck, bro. Yeah. That's God too.
For sure.
That's God, bro. Because all we know about people from cancer is, nigga, they gone.
Exactly.
They gonna tell you got this amount of time.
Yep.
And then you gonna start walking life like that. I don't like that.
You can't
They
live
tell
like
you
that.
got 3 months, bro. Put 3 years on that shit and keep that shit pushing.
That's the
feel me?
that's the kind of attitude that you gotta have.
That's just real. That's like, God forbid they say something with me with like health. I'm not gonna fucking act like it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing different from what I'm doing now. Besides, the only thing that can hurt somebody with health-wise is alcohol, I believe.
Yeah.
Your alcohol intake and then cigarettes. That's the only thing that can hurt Big Ski.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So if I was to have to stop it and give this shit up,
Just
done.
do it, yeah.
But if they said you're gonna have to stop fucking,
I don't think nobody giving that shit up. I don't think nobody giving that
that's
shit
the
up.
second walk off. That's the second walk off.
For real.
Hey, I got another question for you too.
Yeah.
Like, so besides that one individual, like, who inspired you to keep pushing though, like, and not to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know, cause I know your brother, bro. Your brother inspired me.
Yeah.
Your big brother inspired me. Real talk. Shout out to L too. 100, man.
For sure. Yeah. You know what, man? My family and my friends was real, like,
Supportive. They was there. Hands on.
they was there. But also, like, the main thing that kept me strong is my grandma, my mom, and my grandpa. And the main reason why I say that is because we both have kids, right?
Right.
And I look at my kids now and I think about what I've been through, and like I still think about this shit like, damn, through my whole situation, I never seen my mom cry, my grandma cry, or my grandpa. I'm sure they did cry, but they never let me see that shit.
Right.
So me not seeing them break down made me feel like, B, you gotta be strong for you, cause
Straight up.
they not buckling.
Yeah.
Every time I'm down, they tell me, you about to get through this shit,
Yeah.
and when you get through it, you gonna be a testimony.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Straight up.
they kept me strong, like, and I can't miss Graham, because
Yeah.
while I was going through my chemo situation, she was the one who also watched me while I was in the hospital, while my parents had to be at work.
Yeah.
So it's like
Shout out
them,
to Miss Graham, man, because we
Yeah.
need angels on earth like you.
Man.
We really do.
yeah. So you know them four people for sure, man. Like
Okay.
they was holding it down.
That's what's up. Shout out to y'all. Y'all on Ski TV. We love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being there for my little brother too.
Yeah.
And then another question I gotta ask you too. Like, well, not really a question. Like, I want you to give like a shout out to, like, I'm happy and like proud of this. Like, I really am though. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like,
Yeah, you got the hoodie too. Shit.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn, you told him. I was just gonna pop out with it.
My bad. Hey, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all
Shit.
good, man. But no, as
Yeah.
far as like give your peoples a shout out, man. You
Yeah,
feel me? Because it's friends that we got that supporters, it's family that we got that supporters that we tend to like. We're not gonna say we overlook y'all, but we be busy, man.
Yeah.
And we be wanting to repost shit and like shit, but we be busy.
Yeah.
So this is his time to give you his
Yeah.
flowers right now.
I can't. The four people for sure, which is my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, and Miss Graham. But also like man, my family, my friends, my church family. Cause man, my church family was praying hard.
Okay, where
And
you worship at?
I worship at Miramonte 7-Day Adventist Church.
Okay, cool.
So you know, my church is real little, but they know how to pray. You already know
Yeah,
what
exactly.
happens when you
Yeah.
bring people
Yeah.
together
You know.
and pray. So man, I'm thankful, man.
Yeah.
And where I'm at now, like what I'm doing now is I have a website where people are able to click on, and I'm making a my list of all the supplements that I took. So anybody that you know or anybody know who has cancer or going through chemotherapy, I'm having the list of things that I took and some of the supplements that I still take to this
Yeah.
day for people to take.
You know,
that's-
is you gonna bring that out? It's gonna be a link?
They up on the social media, when you find my page, it's actually addicted _2_results 310. When you hit that, that's my page up on Instagram, and when you the link is actually
On the Instagram.
Yeah, in the
All right,
bio.
don't trip. I'm gonna make sure title this as your Instagram.
Okay.
Addicted ATR.
Yeah,
So
that would be
that way
perfect.
that you guys can follow him and then tap onto that link that's on his ATR Instagram.
Yep, and you
And
can-
then you'll be able to find all the supplements little bro took to get his body right, man. You feel me? It starts within you, man, the temple and the brain. Straight
what
up.
I'm
You feel me? Stay in your lane. Don't try to do more than what you are. You feel what I'm saying? Because your time gonna come.
Yeah.
You just gotta stay focused. Be nice to your peoples, your supporters, and support them back.
Yeah.
Straight up, man.
Got to.
I appreciate you, little bro.
Man, I appreciate you.
Man, you're gonna inspire
Yeah,
a lot of
me too,
people
bro.
with this, bro.
Thank you, bro. I
Inspire a lot of
appreciate that,
people.
too.
It's probably my favorite one because it wasn't a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Ski TV.
Good looking, everybody.
Yes, sir.